by knowledge. Growth either uproots your previous knowledge, which are terribly bad, and because some of you have learned very bad things, so I acknowledge that because I've also been there. Before now, no matter the amount of money I have, my mind immediately goes back to when it will finish. And then I start imagining how broke I will become again when it finishes. Because truly, all that money I'd ever done in my hand as at then was to finish. But a point in time came when I became very inconvenient with that kind of life and thought. So I began to offer value to people, and in exchange, they began to give me money. Now I know how to make money come in and how to increase money. So many times I no longer worry about money finishing. The difference between the first man and the second man is actually knowledge. If if YouTube is willing to provide the number of videos I have watched on their platform, it must be well over 1,000. In the last 3 years, it must be well over 1,000. Well over. I consume knowledge because I want to improve my life for myself. The benefit is still mine. Yeah, the benefit is mine. So the same thing I put to you, get knowledge. The benefit is yours. Get knowledge, the benefit is yours. There are certain relationships I have today that it did not come because they liked me. It came because of the value I could offer. And they were dependent on that value. So I got access to certain quotas because of the value I could offer. And in exchange for that value, I was still being paid. I hope you learned something. That's the simple truth. For every limitation you have acquired in your growing up process, till now, you must dedicate a period of your life to break out of every single one. You can dedicate as long as 3 years, even 5 years is fine, to break out of every limitation you have acquired. Some of you have terrible religious limitations, such that any man in suit that is called a man of God can take advantage of you and you will not do anything in return. Because you feel like they are special men and what flows in their vein is blood, is gold, not blood. You can't even question them. You can't ask them question. They are all almighty. It has been imputed into you. You will have to break out of it. And in breaking out of it, you will not break into another extreme. You will find the right truth and right perspective. That is what may ensure for great growth. You have to find the balanced and the whole truth. In fact, there's no balanced truth. There's the whole truth. There is the whole truth. No balanced truth anywhere. The truth has to be whole and complete. Not an extreme. Some of you have terrible religious limitations. You will find them and you will break them. How can there be a man that you cannot ask questions, even though he is misbehaving on a serial note? Yet there is God in heaven who you can ask questions and he will answer. The day you want to find answer, you will get it because the answers are always there. Some of you have terrible mental limitations. You just believe you are not brilliant. You believe you are average. You believe you are just among the last few. The simple truth is, be it unto you according to your faith. I'll tell you a story. When I was in primary school, there was a guy in my class. Till tomorrow, I love him. We nicknamed him Cowbell because there's a company in Nigeria called Cowbell that presented Best Student Award every year in my school. So it happened that Ayo would always win it. So we converted his name to Cowbell. His name is Ayo. We changed his name to Cowbell. Till tomorrow, I call him Cowbell. He was always the first. This guy is brilliant. Nah, if I am behaving like this because somebody is brilliant, I tell you, that person is terribly brilliant. So there was one year, it was either primary three or primary four. I just decided I would be serious. Usually, I was always between anything from second position to 11th position. Honestly, as long as I don't go too bad, I'm fine. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, ninth, 11th. I think the worst I've done must be 11th in class. But there was just this final end of the year party that it was just cowbell for everything. And I felt like next year I'm going to be serious. So the following year, first term, I took second. It was not the end of the year party yet. Second term, I took second. Third term, I took second. When you expected me to say I took first. Third term, I took second. So when they called the best in class, of course, cowbell. When they called the second, it was me. And guess what? It was a strange sight. Because there were certain people who were expected to be there, but they were not. I was. Maybe if I had one more year to compete with Cowbell, maybe I would have beaten him. Maybe I would have. But that singular experience in primary school made me believe I was not an average student. It made me believe I was not a poor student. The last time I saw Cowbell was probably 2021, and I still remember the experience. Some of you have mental limitations that are terrible. Break out of it. Sometimes in 200 level, I think a friend of mine said, we were preparing for an exam, and he said, what do you know? Yeah, what do I know? Of course, I had played my life away. This was during my undergraduate studies. And one of those days, I think I left a book of mine in school, and he saw it, and at the back of it was my result. And it was a first class grade. So the next time we were preparing for an exam, and we were talking, and I said I had not read it. I said I had not read it, and I was not prepared for the exam. He was actually going to beat me. I was this distance away from being beaten because he had seen the result. He now realized that I knew something. The simple truth is, you are not average. You are not dull. You have believed that you are dull. The day you want to prove that you are not dull, you will put in the effort necessary, and you have a seat at the top. The seat at the top is not reserved for anybody. When I used to get between second to 11th position in primary school, if the exam is 20 minutes, question 1 to 40 objective, I could submit in 5 minutes. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I would just start ticking. There was this thing in my head that was making me race. Why exactly I was running, I don't know. But I could finish a 20 minutes exam in 7 minutes. I was just speeding as though there was somebody chasing me out of the exam. The year I took second, I decided to spend more time. And guess what? Cowbell was always the last person to finish. Always the last. So I decided this one, we will stay in that exam hall together. And for some, well, you just can't fight it. It was just one trial. You can't fight it. I still left the exam hall before him. I did. But the truth is, you have to break out of that mental limitation. Some of you have societal limitations. You just believe that you are not to be classified amongst the children of the rich. because of your parent of the lack or the abundance your parents did not have. You just believe some people are the children of the rich and then there are you who are here, masses. Honestly, it's a good belief you have chosen for yourself. But the truth is, you will suffer for it. There's no decision you take in life, there's no stand you take in life that you will not suffer for. The moment you choose to become great, you will face challenges, you will face things that will almost break you. But the truth is, you will get to the top. So also, the day you choose to stay at the bottom, you will face the challenges of the people at the bottom. It will almost break you, but you will also remain at the bottom. And then there are some of you that have irrational moral limitations. I wish I could give an example. Very irrational and stupid moral limitations, such that you believe every lady that is on trouser is a sinner. They play. The answer to your prayer is in the hands of that lady. You will suffer for looking down on her. Sorry. The answer to your prayer is in the hands of a man who doesn't attend your church and does not dress like the people in your church and does not dress like the people in your neighborhood and your closest society. The truth is, they will be able to help you if you went close enough. But because you have chosen to be holier than Satan, oh, did I just say that? Sorry. Because you have chosen to be holier than God and call some of his own children infidel because you believe that you know better and you are more holier than they are, you will suffer for your delusion. You will suffer for your decision. You will suffer for your wrong moral beliefs. And guess what? You will be welcomed into heaven because the criteria for making heaven is believing in Christ. The criteria for succeeding here on earth, one of it is network, and you need to have the right network. But because of the limiting belief you have had, you will only have a network of people like yourself. And the people like yourself are the reason you are where you are. The people like yourself are the reason you are where you are. The amazing thing is that some people even believe that a man that has beards is not moral. Are you normal? Was it Satan that created it? Okay, no problem. It's not like I'm angry. It's not like I'm not angry, honestly. I'm just concerned that the people that can help you, the people that you have to come into their circumference to be able to know what they know and have the same kind of results they have, the same kind of excellence they have, that will make your life better on earth, because your life will be great in heaven, no doubt. But you can't, Jesus Christ. Jesus said when he was going, you will have trials, tribulations, and challenges, but be of good faith. I have overcome the world. You will have trials and challenges, whether you are rich or poor, whether you have enough to meet your need or not, you will have challenges. Imagine now having the inability to meet your needs as an additional challenge. Whether you can meet your need or not, you will have challenge. Whether you can help people or not, you will have challenge. Whether you are rich or poor, you will have challenge. And why not remove the challenge of inadequacy and inability from the challenge list? But because you are holier than some people, you will never believe what they have believed. And guess what? In suffering, you will suffer. It's not a prayer, it's just a declaration of the result of your action, because for every action there are consequences. But there's one thing that can mitigate the consequence. Seek the kind of knowledge that can break you out of that limitation. This is my analogy. No matter how beautiful a cage is, it is never the home of the bird. Never. No matter how beautiful you design the cage, it is not the home of that bird you have been put inside. No matter how beautiful your religious incapacitation is, no matter how beautiful your moral incapacitation is, no matter how beautiful your mental liability is, it is not your home. And then there's this belief again. What if I decide to break through and I break forth into something else? The truth is, you have to leave the cage first to learn how to fly. Whether you fly backward or you fly forward, at least gain mastery of how to fly. After you have learned how to fly, you will know the right direction. And when you are flying in that direction, you will be fast because you have learned how to fly. But in the cage, you will never need to fly. You will always be bound. Eagles fly. The scripture says, they that wait on the Lord, they shall mount up with wings like eagles. But you will have no reason to mount up with wings like eagles where you have adopted beliefs and limitations. Break out of it. Break out of it. At least try first. Break out of it. If you don't break out of it, you don't need the prophets to tell you you will suffer for it. Because you will actually, like a bird, die without seeing the sky. Yes, you will die without seeing the sky, forgetting that you are a bird that was designed for flight. Because you have chosen to stay in a cage. When you find any belief that is limiting you, fight it first. Before you know how to fight it accurately, at least fight it first. Get it away from your head. Break the cage. Let it stay off your head. Look at the sky and realize the sky is big enough for you to fly. If you fly into a place that is no home, you have learned how to fly. You will fly out of it. Break out first. Break out of the limiting beliefs and challenges. At least step out first. This is my encouragement. Break out of that belief. If you don't, you will pay for it. Ignorance is very expensive. I wish you could pay it all. But if you don't pay for it, your children will have to pay for it. Yes, they will. Unfortunately for you, they will pay for it. Please break out. Please look at that challenge and fight it. May I give you a reminder on how you can identify the challenge? Take a break from your many activities and think. And meditate and think. Honestly. That's all. If you needed to come for therapy, I would invite you. The first step to freedom is to think. Having thought well and deep enough, you will identify the things that have fought you and the things that have limited you. When you have found them, the first thing to do is not to look for the right way to fly. The first thing to do is to break out of them and fly upward. Break out and fly up. When you fly upward, you will never be caught again. When you are up there, your wings can sustain you and you will find your right direction. I hope you've learned something. In 5 minutes, let me tell you about money. It's just one point. Just one. Excuse me. The simple thing I want to say is, decide what you will do with your money before it comes. Rather than after you get it. Nyam, 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 nyam. One of the most amazing things that befall people in our age and time is that they will say money came into their hand that they don't know how they spent it. My darling, you will never know how you spent it. Because before that money came, you had no plans for it. After the money had gotten into your hand, it is already really too late to plan for it. It is already too late. It is already too late to plan for it. Plan for it before it comes. When it comes, you act according to your plan. And you will be able to manage the money well. And maybe this is the freedom you need from money disappearing from your hand. Plan for the money before it comes. So that by the time it gets into your hand, you have somewhere to direct it. You have a bank to direct it to. You have an investment to direct it to. You have an acquisition to direct it to. You have a platform to direct it to where your money can continually increase and bring you profits. You have designed where it will go. The ones you need to save for school fee, the one you need to save for acquisition, the one you need to save for one project or another. You have planned for it. If it comes to you without a plan, you will blow it. Uh, You will blow it like a mighty wind, and you will blow it away conveniently, especially on things that are not important. I hope this brings you the freedom you need in terms of money. I like to say it this way. You are expected to have 6 months, 6 months worth of your monthly income in a place where you can access it. I said earlier, trials and tribulations will come. If they meet you without wisdom, you will pay for it. I understand that nobody prays to lose their job. But if it so happens that your company folds down, can you live for 3 months without being paid? So that's one reason why you should start saving. Can you live for 3 months without salary? Such that you have 3 months worth of your salary saved somewhere. Can you live for 6 months without your salary? It means you have 6 months of your salary saved somewhere. The challenges of life can meet you at any point in time. It will not take permission from you. Manage your money well. 6 months worth of your salary should be saved in a place where you can easily access. Let's forget about other saving platforms you will have. You will have other savings, yes. You will have other savings and investments. I'm not your financial advisor. If you need me to become your financial advisor, my email is on the YouTube channel, and you can find it just by searching my name on Google. You can book a session, and I will guide you on how to manage it. But for now, the least advice I can give you, as you're working now, keep saving until you have 6 months worth of your salary saved somewhere. 6 months worth. So let's assume you are in Nigeria and you earn 100,000 monthly. If you have worked for a year and a half, 2 years or 3 years, you should have 600,000 saved somewhere that you can easily access. Yes. No, I'm not saying you have to save it up immediately. You need a long time to save that amount of thing. You have to be prudent. You have to manage your finance. So if you don't have a good financial plan, you will pay for it. Having said all of this, I am going to sign out by saying, whatever you have been taught in the beginning of your life, whether it benefited you or limited you, knowledge and growth can take you out of it. Wherever it is you want to get to, knowledge and the right decisions that accompany it can take you there. If anything, don't stay among the masses. The things that befall them will befall you. And I'm not saying the masses are the terrible people. I am simply saying they are at the mercy of certain people who will make decisions for them. Whether these people are sane or insane, they don't know. So they are going to follow the directive of an insane person. My dear friends, step up. That's all I will say to you. Step up. My name is Bidemi Emmanuel. Sometimes you say it as Bidemi Emmanuel Ekundayo. That's me. Sometimes you see it as Dr. Bidemi Emmanuel. Yes, I have a PhD. And this is the Sunday Night Fest, the home of unscripted conversation. You may never hear it like this anywhere else. I can be emotional with my presentation of truth. It's fine. I just hope you learn and you learn something. I'll definitely come your way again next week, Sunday. Every Sunday evening by 8 p.m. You can wait here for me as well. And at this point, I will tell you to have a good night rest as you think. Have a good night rest. See you again. Enjoy yourself. Nonsense.